Hey guys, this is Wesley Talbot, Florida Prison Consulting, and I got a really good one for you today. Could Chapo go free? And not only go free, could Chapo end up taking over Mexico? Chapo is basically the president by choice to, I would say, probably 80% of Mexicans. 80% of Mexicans greatly respect Chapo. He's done a lot of good things. He's built houses for poor people. He's done so much good things. By the USA, he's known as a villain because he was involved in narco trafficking, things like that. He was not involved in anything that the Clintons weren't involved in. Every president has a hit list. Every president has killed people. Every president has been involved in the drug smuggling campaigns and stuff, just like Chapo. But Chapo's being made to be the bad guy. Chapo is the classic villain that every Mexican respects more than anyone else. There's one other one, Pancho Villa. Pancho Villa was a revolutionist in Mexico as well, and that was with the Mexican Revolution and everything, and people remember that name to this day. But not so much as Chapo right now. Chapo is the name. Everybody wants to be like Chapo. He's got a clothing brand. He makes tons and tons of money off of it. I've got one of the shirts. I wear it. His wife is, I think, running a clothing brand as well as some other businesses right now. But I've got very interesting news. Chapo could actually go free, and I'll tell you how. Right now, the president of Mexico is a female, and she is not getting along with Trump at all. She is doing the most terrible job getting along with Trump that I've ever seen. Trump is in potentially his last term, unless he can get going again, which he is going to attempt to. But Trump is trying to be known as his legacy as real estate Mongol, basically like expanding the USA, taking back territory, stuff like that. Nobody's done this in a long time, and Trump wants to be the one that does this. So Trump's already tried for Canada. Trump's tried for Greenland. They've all laughed at him. Mexico would be very, very beneficial for the U.S. to own, as well as very beneficial to Mexico. That would be one of the most beneficial trades we could ever do to make Mexico the 51st state. That would be incredible. That would be the most awesome thing in the world. And I believe that if the right person were to contact Donald Trump and tell him, look, we've got the guy that could unite Mexico and would sign off that Mexico would be the 51st state, and then he would basically become the governor. I've got the guy. There's a very good possibility Trump could pardon Chapo. And I'm sure that you guys know how it works with politics. We elect, us, the USA, we elect people who we want in Tasmania and all over the world. We elect these leaders. We pay huge campaign money. We do it. It's not them. It's us being behind the elections, election fraud, you know. And basically, so what Trump could do is he could go have a meeting with Chapo at the ADX and basically say, look, Chapo, if you unite Mexico, you become the president of Mexico, the people's choice, and if you sign Mexico over to the USA as a 51st state, you'll remain to be the governor of Mexico. Forget the drug stuff. You don't need that anymore, Chapo. Now you're going to be the governor of Mexico. That's a really cool thing, and I think this actually has a real strong possibility, and I'll tell you why. The Bible speaks of this a lot. I don't know if you're religious or not, or if you're a Christian or not, but I am. And the Bible talks about taking people from the prison to basically the White House or to the president. And God has done this for several people over the course of time. Have gone straight from prison straight to huge positions of power, including Joseph in the Bible. If you know the Bible, you know this. Almost everybody that was involved in the Bible has been to prison. Almost all. The Bible is more about prison than anything else. And the church today just totally refuses to acknowledge this. And it's just the stupidest thing. It just shows how burned out the church is. But Chapo, yes, could get released by Trump. I've actually got a letter. It's right in front of me. I've got a letter I'm getting ready to send to Chapo right now. I'm offering him my services to basically lobby for him to Trump, and Trump knows how influential Chapo is. It's a well-known fact. Everybody in Mexico, from the Catholic Church to, everybody supports Chapo. They love Chapo. Chapo is a Mexican version of Trump. That's all he is. He's a Mexican version of Trump. Yeah, maybe he did a little bit more dirt than Trump, or he didn't get caught for it or something like that. But basically, Chapo was the president of Mexico already by people's choice. When Chapo would make a rule, the people had to abide by it. Chapo would say, look, one of his rules was, we're not going to kill people to get out of the cartel now. If they get out for religious reasons as a Christian, they're not supposed to be killed anymore. But if they go back into that life that they used to live, they have to come back and work for us. That was a Chapo law, and I actually fell under that Chapo law. The cartel told me this. They said that they don't have to kill him anymore because Chapo caused that new law to go into effect that Christians can get out of the cartel. So they said, as long as you do what's right, you do not have to come back to the cartel. But if you start living crazy again, and we see it, you got to come back and work for us. We've already trained you. We got a lot of money into you, and you got to come back. So I'm living for God, 100%. But Chapo is already like the president by choice throughout all of Mexico and throughout the whole world. I mean, everybody loves Chapo. They love Chapo just like they love Trump. It's a love-hate relationship. Chapo has so much influence. Nobody else in Mexico has more influence than Chapo. That's guaranteed. Chapo's a very, very valuable person to Trump. And if Trump realizes this, and Trump gets him elected as actual president of Mexico, we could have a real nice thing here. We could have a 51st state that includes a lot of different states in Mexico, and there would be no more borders going back and forth. The wages would be the same in the USA and Mexico. It would change a lot of stuff, but basically, like, if we're going to screw somebody, let's not screw our own neighbors. And right now, we're screwing Mexico with the wage disparity and the price of goods. We're screwing them so bad it's not funny. Those people are so poor. Why screw our neighbors? Screw people across the pond, not our neighbors. Our neighbors we need to work with. We need to build militaries with. We need to get rid of the corruption. I guarantee you, if Chapo becomes president, Chapo will end the cartels. Guaranteed. He's going to want to bring everybody together as one big cartel, the state of Mexico. And oh my God, this would be the most incredible thing in the world if we could make the state of Mexico and Chapo could be the governor of it. So anyways, that's my wish for the night. And I know it sounds crazy, but I actually believe it. And I've got a letter going out to Chapo in the mail right now, advising him of this and offering to represent him with my company, Florida Prison Consulting. So if you need help in the prisons, federal, state, international, it doesn't matter where, I'll help you anywhere. I do what no lawyer can do. I lobby to the Congress and the Senate for your support. I get things done. We're going to skip and bypass the courts altogether. We're going straight to the Senate every single time. If you're being denied work release, if you're being denied home confinement, if you're being denied a job once you get to work release, we'll go straight to Congress and Senate and get it fixed. I've done this so many times for so many people. And right now the BOP is illegally incarcerating a lot of people. So if you fall in that situation, give me a call, shoot me a DM. And please follow and like for more. God bless.